My question is for the Attorney-General. Over a year ago, I stood in this place and asked you about the use of non-disclosure agreements in settlement of workplace sexual harassment. In many cases, financial compensation is offered in exchange for silence and resignation. Current laws mean that it is the victims, not the perpetrators, being forced out of the workplace. Employers are enabling reoffending and victims are being silenced. In response to a ministerial task force investigation 2 years ago, this government announced reforms. Attorney, your response to my earlier question acknowledged this work, the ongoing discussions being had, and the government's support to advancing the issue. So my question is, what steps have been taken by the Attorney-General since then to restrict the use of non-disclosure agreements in sexual harassment cases?
And I thank Ms Payne for her question, and it's a really important issue that you raise, and as you have correctly identified, there are examples of NDAs that are not in the best interests of victims, and as you've articulated, we do hear of cases where it's victims, not perpetrators, that might receive financial compensation but are silenced and moved on, and it's not necessarily the ability to prevent further instances, and so we are concerned as a government in relation to that. You have identified the Ministerial Task Force on Workplace Sexual Harassment, which gave a recommendation to address these issues. The government accepted the recommendation in principle, noting that it is a significantly complex area to resolve. I can confirm that we are continue to look at this. Work is ongoing. It lies within the ministerial responsibilities of a variety of ministers. As Attorney-General, I obviously have an interest. Many lawyers are very interested in this, and it falls on both sides. There are some benefits and some victims that would like the benefit of an NDA, but how do you protect that right in addressing some of the negativities? That is the kind of the balance that we're trying to work through. Work has started. The Minister for Industrial Relations is heavily involved in that. There is an opportunity to consult further as that work progresses.
Ms Payne, perhaps supplementary.
Thank you, President, and I thank the Attorney for her response. And by way of supplementary, and this may be something that is also referred to the Minister for WorkSafe, Minister Peterson, but I ask, when are we likely to see this reform take place?
We'll have more to say soon, Ms Payne. As soon as I can get you an update, I endeavour to do so.